Okay, so, real talk. Father's Day. I know I'm a week early. I know it's the 11th. I know that Father's Day is on the 18th. Funny story. I had something for Mother's Day, and I never uploaded that because I was too late for that one. So I'm a week early for this one. Anyway, Father's Day seems to be a really important subject to some people. I mean, me personally speaking, growing up, I didn't really have a father. So I know what that's like. It's gonna get really dark. But I know what it's like to grow up without a father. And for the majority of my life growing up, my mom was my dad. And in some cases that could be hard for some people. It's extremely hard. Really. It's growing up with my mom was tough, and my mother was my dad, but she was also not around because she was working 2 jobs. This is gonna get really dark. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, don't let anyone tell you how to celebrate Mother's Day or Father's Day, especially Father's Day because it's coming up. And to me, it's important to state that for a part of my life, my mom was my dad, and that's important to me. And I think it should be to everyone else. And don't let anyone tell you that you can't celebrate your mom as your dad as well. Because it's really hard for a single parent to fill 2 roles. It's extremely hard for a single parent to take care of multiple children. Especially after the father leaves or dies or something happens, you know. It's really hard if your mom is your only support system. The inverse of that is also true. Shout out to my mom. Hi, Mom. On the other side, growing up, sure, I never really had a father figure. My mom filled both roles. But in time, I don't know how to say it. Like, we sort of found a dad, you know? I remember being really opposed to the idea of having a stepdad. Because I know that usually they're not very great. Usually, it's very hard for, I guess, the typical things that you would see or that you would think of when there's a new parent or someone who's trying to fill the role of someone else. And I felt that way. Luckily, in the last 10, 11 years, I've grown accustomed, or I've grown to love my dad, and I call him my dad out of respect and out of love. Part of this video goes to him, because even though he's not my biological father, and I make that distinction between father and dad, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I love my dad, and even though I don't have kind words for my biological father, I would say I'd have to respect him, even if I don't like him. But the important part of that is, to an extent, I am grateful to my biological father, because he's the reason I'm here, whether I like it or not. He's the reason I'm here, and because of him, I've been able to meet a lot of people, a lot who are good, a lot who are bad, and I'm trying to shape all these experiences to become a better person, better than my father, more like my dad. And I appreciate anyone who has been a father figure to me growing up, and I aim to be that kind of person. I aim to be that father figure to someone, and I know I'm not perfect, but I'm learning. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. Thanks for being my dad for a few years, but you're always been my mom. And father, if you are watching these, I don't like you, but thanks anyway. And dad, I love you. Even if I probably won't say it out loud. I mean, I do say it out loud, but it makes it sound like a joke, but whatever. Point is, I do love you, and thanks for being here the last 10 years of my life. If you live in a single-parent household, then I apologize, but also appreciate the person who is raising you. And I'm not just bringing this up because it's Father's Day. I bring it up any other day of the year. I can't speak for everybody. I really can't. I know that a lot of situations differ. A lot of people wouldn't do a thing. But for me, at least in my experience, it takes a lot of understanding to try to reach common ground, I guess, or try to make peace with your past. That being said, happy Father's Day to everyone out there.